Want to get your business in front of real sports fans? The Fade Route with D and Z reaches over 1,000 listeners every
month.
Are you ready to be part of the in crowd?
Yes!
Email us today. Hit us up at faderoutemail@gmail.com and find us on our socials at Fade Route Podcast. Time to run the go route and talk to you next week.
T-minus 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, and liftoff.
Coming at you from the AO Studios. It's the Fade Route with D and Z. Here are your hosts, D and Z.
Powered by Riverside FM.
Coming at you live from the AO Studio.
Ayo.
It's the Fade Route with D and Z. I am D, and we've got a great show for you tonight.
Yeah,
LeBron opts out. Vlad G does not plan on heading to the All-Star game. And the Yankees open up a 4-game series with the Rays. They have game 2 of that series today, and they're currently losing. But we'll begin today's show with the World Cup. It actually ended last night for the United States as they lost to Belgium 4-1. Prior to the game, President Donald Trump contacted FIFA President Gianni Infantino to request a review of a red card given to U.S. striker Flo Balgon in the previous game against Bosnia. Following this intervention, FIFA suspended Balgon's one-match ban, allowing him to play against Belgium. Is that okay with you, Z?
It doesn't pass the smell test. However, it is within the rules. As our resident soccer guru, Taylor Twellman, had pointed out, FIFA can do this. It's not beyond the pale. They did it already with Cristiano Ronaldo. Right? He should have been out for a match in this World Cup, and they're like, you're fine. It's okay.
Fugazi.
It's a wazi. It's fairy dust. It doesn't exist. Much like, it's not that Balogun's red card doesn't exist. Like, he will have to be suspended at some point because it was just a suspension and not a complete overturn of that. But the other thing you need to kind of take into account is the complete double standard, because on a very similar play, Messi wasn't even carded. Messi wasn't even called for a foul. So how do you get that for him, but a red card for Flo Balogun, right? If you're applying the laws of the game the same way, a reckless challenge is a reckless challenge is a reckless challenge. Whether it's intent to injure or accidental, reckless is reckless. Adios, muchacho. I don't care who you are. Right? Enforce the laws of the game. Enforce the laws of the match. The president putting his thumb on the scale does not surprise me, considering his friendship with Infantino and kind of like whatever business arrangement is going on there, and the long-standing history of FIFA corruption. Like, none of this surprised me. Nothing. None of it surprises me whatsoever. You go to bed with dogs, you wake up with fleas, as the saying goes. None of this is surprising whatsoever. What did surprise me was how toothless the American team was with their striker. And how Belgium said, this is cute. We're not going to start Lukaku, we're not going to start De Bruyne, and we're not going to start Jeremy Doku, 3 of our best players, and we're still going to whoop that ass. And wouldn't you know, they did just that. Now, Belgium seriously exposed the back line. In particular, Chris Richards and Tim Ream. I am not a big Tim Ream fan. He's old as fuck. It's time for him to go. And I was watching the match with Ben. Enter who's Ben Bean. And we were talking about it and said, there's nobody better than Tim Ream. There really isn't any American center back better than Tim Ream. And sure as hell, we could not come up with anybody. Right? I know Matt Miazga was there last World Cup. Matt Miazga's not that good. Like we're talking about Walker Zimmerman in the year 2026. Like, really? Walker Zimmerman? No. I'm sorry. If Walker Zimmerman's the answer, change the question. There is a major talent problem on the U.S. national team. There's a ceiling that the U.S. men's national team has. They're very good individual players. And collectively, they can beat a Bosnia. They can beat an Australia. They can beat a Turkey. They can beat the competition that's beneath them. But when it comes time to face people who are at their level or above, they're a cupcake. I saw online, and I'm going to stick with this. I forget who it was, but I'm going to parrot it because it's true. The U.S. men's national team is equivalent of a mid-major in the NCAA tournament. They're Valparaiso, they're Creighton, they're not Butler because Butler got to a national championship. If they could, one day maybe they could be Butler. One day maybe they could be Gonzaga, who was just accepted as a national power after years of being just there and happy to be there. Maybe one day. But right now, they're George Mason. They have a ceiling. And there's a scheme issue. Belgium stayed in their shape. Belgium didn't panic. Belgium just took it to America, and America just did not know how to handle it. Christian Pulisic, limping all over the field. If you're that hurt, come out of the game. You are a goddamn detriment to the team. If you cannot walk, much less jog, much less run, get off the goddamn pitch. There are guys on that bench who can serve the team better. Like Pepe. Fuck, even Gio Reyna. And I'm not the biggest Gio Reyna fan, as you guys know. Like, Haji Wright, he's still waiting on the sideline. Like, what are we doing here? But Tim Weah. Did Poch forget that Tim Weah is even on this team? Like, Tim Weah, a guy who scored in Qatar, right? He has a goal for the U.S. men's national team. They have to look seriously in the mirror, and they have to address the identity of American soccer. And we've been talking about it. What is the identity of American soccer? Right? I couldn't tell you. We put our best athletes on the field. That's great. That's fantastic. But not all athletes are bred for soccer. Just like not all athletes are bred for football. Not all athletes are bred for baseball. Soccer is a very specific skill set. And just because you're athletic doesn't mean you have what it takes to play soccer at the level that is required to be at a World Cup caliber level. They have flashes, they have decent players, they don't have great players. The golden generation is a lie. It is a flat out lie. And I don't want to hear that Matt Freese was the problem. Matt Freese was not the problem. The back line failed Matt Freese yesterday. Yes, he got his boot caught on the third goal. Yeah, he got his boot caught in the turf. But the back line failed him on everything else. And Lukaku just put the dagger, and that's all she wrote. Back to the drawing board once again, and back to another, 4 years of CONCACAF dominance, and puffing our chest out like we're some sort of world power. We're a soft 16. We're 16th in the world. That's a soft ass 16. Nothing sweet about that 16. Soft and sour. That's how I'm feeling right now. Back to the drawing board. Get better players in here. I guarantee you, Diego Luna would have made a difference.
Well, I'll start off with the Donald Trump piece, and I didn't care for it. In fact, I think it took a lot of wind out of our sails. Because suddenly we became almost like the power, and Belgium became the underdog. And it's like, oh, we're getting our striker back. We're getting our best player back. It's like, I think the president of the United States has better things to handle and better things at bay than trying to get involved into who's playing in tomorrow's soccer game.
You'd think so.
And I think, you said something like, this is reviewable and this is possible, and that's great. I just don't think it needs to come from the president of the United States right now. And, the other part of this is, where do we draw the line? Like, if the Giants make the Super Bowl and Jackson Dart for some reason gets suspended, or is President Trump going to call up the commissioner, try to get him to play? If Jaylen Brunson gets a fourth technical or fifth technical and he can't play in an NBA Finals game, is he going to call, and ask, hey, I think we should rescind that technical? I think, it's like, where do we draw the line? And listen, we get it. You're the president of the United States, and we're a host country, and it certainly should have been reviewed. Most professionals in the sport said it wasn't worthy of a red card, and they're probably all right. It's just an eyesore that we didn't need going into a game against an opponent that's kicked our ass so many times. So that's the only part. That's the only part that what's up? That's the only part that bothered me, was he didn't need to get involved in this. And to go back to talking about our integrity as a soccer team, we're just not there, and we're never going to be there, Z. Every 4 years we say, oh, next time. Oh, in 4 years we'll be better. Guess what? In 4 years, we're not going to be better. We're never going to get above that 8. Soccer is not number one here. Not the number one sport here. Our best athletes don't play soccer. Our best athletes play football, baseball, and basketball. As long as that's happening in our country, we're never going to beat the Germanys. We're never going to beat the well, we could probably beat Italy right now, but we'll never beat like France.
We could probably beat Germany too. If we could, if the U.S. could beat Paraguay, and Paraguay beat Germany, by default, we can beat Germany. Damn it!
I don't know if we can beat Germany when it matters, though, Z. There's a certain level, right? You've got to raise your game every round. You've got to become better. It's kind of like something you said. You were saying that, like, we don't have a star. Not only don't we have a star, but we don't have like 11 really good players, right? We've got 3 or 4 guys. We don't have 11. And to go further, we don't have 15. We can't field a team that can go round by round picking off the top talent in the world. Not the country, the world. So I'm of the opinion of that it's always going to be another 4 years, another 4 years, another 4 years. And there's just too many things that need to happen for us to be able to get to the next round, to get to the championship. Look at everything Argentina's gone through the last 2 games. We're not capable of that. There's no way we're capable of that. We haven't beaten Belgium in 100 years. Why would we? And even if we did beat them next time, there's a tougher and harder opponent waiting for us on the other side.
Yeah.
You saw a team last night.
If they managed to beat Belgium, they would have. How would they have done against Spain? Let's be real.
But think about it this way: like, I guarantee that when the ratings come out, tomorrow will be the game they played last night will be the highest rated U.S. men's soccer game ever played. It'll be the highest rating ever. And it was our worst showing. It was our worst showing. After all the games we played so far, how well we did against every team, we earned getting to this point, certainly. We scored goals. We completed passes. We played defense. None of that happened last night.
No.
We looked like a high school team last night. we couldn't complete passes. We were turning over the ball. We gave up a goal in 8 minutes into the damn game. The ball's popped up into the air in the box, and everybody's looking around like, who's going to hit it? Who's going to get it? I'm not going to get it. The ball bounced, and they kicked it in.
So if I may, you had a triangle of players. Tim Ream, former Fulham player. Tyler Adams, current Bournemouth player. Chris Richards, current Crystal Palace player. All three Americans playing in the Prems. We ship our talent out to other countries. The problem is when we get them back, they're no better than when they left.
Yeah, and like you were mentioned Pulisic. Pulisic is terrible. Terrible. And yeah, he's probably hurt, but awful. Awful play. You play like trash. Turn over the ball, can't complete passes, look lost. What kind of scheme were we running yesterday? Could you tell me? Because I don't know.
No,
I can't tell you what the scheme was. I can't tell you what the game plan was.
There's no structure. There hasn't been structure. But the problem is that you're playing You're not playing Argentina. You're playing Australia.
And it's not the coach's fault. I actually don't think they should get rid of him. I think they should keep him. I think they should keep him. I think he's a good coach. But the bottom line is this: is like you get all your hopes up, you get all fired up for the World Cup, and you're super excited, and this is going to be the result every single time, Zeke. Every single time. We will never get above the next apron because we don't have the resources, we don't have the talent, we don't have the drive, we don't have the players. It's never going to happen. So, if anything, America, be satisfied with the World Cup the way it is. But as a team will never, ever taste the championship. Ever. It will never, ever happen.
You like fishing? How about the outdoors? If you do, then Pinche Gringo is the lifestyle apparel brand for you. Built around the outdoors and not taking things too seriously, Pinche Gringo makes everyday shirts for guys and gals who live outdoors. Comfortable, wearable, and just interesting enough to get noticed. Go to pinchegringo.org, enter the promo code DNZ, and get an exclusive 15% off discount on any product. That's pinchegringo.org. Enter the promo code DNZ for an exclusive 15% off. That's pinchegringo.org.
Moving on, Ronaldo played his last World Cup game yesterday as well when Portugal lost to Spain 1-0. Ronaldo had a great soccer career, and despite having a few goals in this year's World Cup, he's not the force he was 10-15 years ago. He's going to retire without ever winning a World Cup championship, and he said that's okay. He's got other championships that feel just as good as winning a World Cup. I think most people see Messi as a better soccer player. How will you remember Ronaldo?
So, I mean, he is still, I believe, going to play in the Saudi League, so he's still probably going to keep racking up goals.
Oh, he's going to keep playing soccer. Yeah. He's just not playing. So his World Cup days are over.
So just for clarification, it's an international retirement. And, I mean, he's a prolific goal scorer. That is what he is, right? At the end of the day, that's what he is. Now, he's not in the conversation as far as I'm concerned with Messi. Right? You have Messi, who's a more complete player. He makes the other players around him better. He facilitates to other players. You know, not only is he a goal scorer, but he'll put the ball in, he'll serve it in, and allow his teammates to finish. Cristiano Ronaldo seems to be a one-trick pony. It's a very good trick, but it's a one-trick nonetheless. Not only that, if you're looking around, when Mikel Merino scored for Spain, they cut to Cristiano Ronaldo screaming essentially at his teammates. Maybe he was just yelling in the air, but it seems to be that there is a very clear line of demarcation between Cristiano Ronaldo and everybody else on Team Portugal. Now, they were better They were more fluid. They scored when Ronaldo came off and Gonzalo Ramos came on. It was a straight sub. Ramos for Cristiano Ronaldo and Gonzalo Ramos put it in the back of the friggin' net. Right? You have that midfield. You have Bernardo Silva. You have Bruno Fernandes. You have guys who can serve it in. If you're a fan of the Prems, you know this, right? You see Man City, you see Man U. Like Bernardo Silva and Bruno Fernandes are routinely doing that. I mean, Bruno Fernandes led the Prems in assists this year. The guy knows how to get the striker the ball. But they seem to play scared. They seemed to play conservatively. They just were content passing the ball around the box and nobody made a run. I'm yelling at the TV. Somebody go in. Cross it. Do something. You're losing. And nothing was happening. So, Cristiano Ronaldo, the ball stops with him. The ball has gone in the net. Prolific goal scorer on a national level, has done well, not well enough, right? So, it's gonna dog him that he never won a World Cup. He may say it won't. Like, he may say, look at my goals. Look at my Saudi titles. Look at all, as if the Saudi titles mean something.
He won something 2 years ago, too. What did he win?
Yeah. I believe he won the Saudi title.
It was the title?
Yeah. Pretty sure he won the Saudi League title. Now, when you have plumbers and substitute teachers who aren't allowed to touch you, if that's your competition, then yeah, by all means. Like tout those. Yeah, I'm sure Karim Benzema is also really happy about that. But this was his opportunity to get level with Messi before he retired, and it didn't happen. And Messi, the way things are looking, probably going to win another one.
Yeah.
It's looking that way from today's result. But how am I going to remember Ronaldo? As a guy who just couldn't get it done.
Wow. Ooh. Yeah, I mean, for me, listen, he had a good career. And I do think it's bullshit that he feels like he didn't need to win a World Cup. I think everybody wants to win a World Cup, right? That's what we're all in this for.
Mm-hmm.
I think we all can see that Messi's the better soccer player all around. Ronaldo, incredible athlete and amazing scorer. One of the best players to ever play, but he's not better. He's just not better than Messi. His game is different. I think they would have had better success if they didn't play him the whole game. I think you should have known what you can get out of him. You should know how much he could play. Maybe he could give you an hour, of good play, or maybe he could give you 45 minutes of good play. Maybe it would have been better to bring him in as a reserve, bring him in the second half, maybe the last 20, 25 minutes. I didn't like the way they played him, and I understand what the coach was saying. He's like, you got a guy like Ronaldo, you got to play him. I get that, but I think there's got to be different strategies and different variations as you're going through a game and as you play different teams of things you can put into play. I think if he played in the second half against Spain, a refreshment Ronaldo towards the end of the game might have had better success than a tired Ronaldo the whole game.
Right.
I think of him, and I think very highly of him. I think children also are very big fans of him. When my son plays soccer, they all do his little jump and, with their arms after they score. So he's a fan favorite. I hear he's an arrogant person. I guess some people just have to be that way to play this game, so that's unfortunate. But hats off to him. I'm glad I lived in a time when I got to watch him play.
Yeah.
And I don't hold anything against him. I think he's a good player. Probably one of the best to ever play, and I enjoyed watching him. So I'm very privileged that I got to see him play.
Fantastic club player. 8-time domestic league champion, 5 times Champions League champion, 5-time Ballon d'Or. Great. But what matters more to most football players, most soccer players, it's not club, it's country. And when it came to country, just couldn't get it done.
You can't help but smile when you see a balloon. PopstarsBalloons.com offers spectacular balloon decor for all of life's events, specializing in custom balloon creations and installations for private events, corporate and school functions, photo shoots, brand events, and fundraisers. Led by certified balloon artists, the Popstars Balloon team shape balloons into custom works of art. Popstar Balloons provides full concept balloon design, build and installation services, as well as pre-assembled decor pieces available for pickup or delivery. Popstar Balloons is a woman-owned, small family business focused on providing professional balloon services using only high-quality, 100% biodegradable natural latex balloons made in the US and Italy. They consistently prioritize the safest use and handling of balloons in a sustainable and responsible manner. Popstars Balloons is located in Westchester County, New York, but likes to party at events throughout New York City, Connecticut, Long Island, and New Jersey. Popstars Balloons can also accommodate balloon decor services for destination events. No event too big, no event too small, and their custom personalization service is the perfect touch. They also offer a full line of event decor options like backdrop, prop rentals, tablescapes, dessert table setups, custom signs, and they always deliver with a smile. Whether you're looking for gift balloons, classic decor, or large-scale design for a big impact, Popstars Balloons will create the perfect decor for your theme, vibe, and space. So if you have an idea in mind or need inspiration, Popstars Balloons decor will be the cutting edge and spectacular. Visit popstarballoons.com to pop your next event. The second place Yankees opened up a 4-game series with the first place Rays last night in Tampa, and they started off with a win. I think they're currently down now, but if the Yankees can, if they can sweep this series, they could get first place away from the Yankees. Does that matter in July?
In the grand scheme of things, it would be nice to have a little cushion.
They're currently losing 4-6 in the top of the ninth inning.
Top 9, it
One
looks
out.
like 1 out. Okay, so that looks like that's not going to happen. But, no.
They can get within a game, though.
Yeah, but still, even if you get within a game, this is a long game, right? You're playing the long game here. You're getting your pitching staff back, but now Rodon just went down.
For what? Right. And where's Fried? What the hell's wrong with that guy?
Fried is still out, and
what's
he's
his deal?
Out for the foreseeable future. So you're down 2 lefties right there.
And where's Heel? I haven't seen Heel play.
I think Heel's in AAA. I think they sent him down. Yeah. So, Max Fried has an elbow. I don't think we're going to see Max Fried. I'm not sure if that would be a good idea. So, at this point, Heel was 1-2 with a 6.05 ERA before they sent his ass packing. So enjoy Scranton, but
he might have to go get your catching gear because I'm pretty sure you could bat 168.
Hey, you know what? Catching is a problem. Fielding is a problem. Clearly, Anthony Volpe once again rearing his ugly head. Caballero having issues with base running, not having Aaron Judge and Giancarlo Stanton. But you should be used to not having.
Where's Giancarlo Stanton? What's his deal?
I think I'm not sure if it was the elbow or I'm not sure what it is with him. But it's always
Bag
something.
Of chips.
It's always something. Will this
go down as the worst trade in Yankee history?
Ooh, that would be an interesting order up. Actually, the worst trade in Yankee.
If he doesn't deliver a championship, be an integral part of winning a championship for the New York Yankees. You can't do anything with this guy. He don't play. He gets hurt playing baseball. How are you getting hurt playing baseball, man?
Because he has 3% body fat, and you need You need a little bit of body fat in
I mean,
order.
what? You need
to do anything.
cheeseburgers? Like, what do we got to do here? You need French fries? What does
You
it
need something. Yeah, no, you can't be this chiseled, massive granite, right? Because remember Marty Cordova? He was on ESPN, The Body Issue. Like, he had the whole thing. Dude could not stay on the field. Why? Because he was overly muscular. Like, constantly muscle pulls, muscle tears. David Wells once said astutely, you can't pull fat. He's right. You can't pull fat. Thank you, David Wells, for that nugget of wisdom. Aaron Judge, you have to figure he's done for the year. If you have like 6 different people dealing with this rib fracture or rib cartilage tear or whatever the hell it is, they can't figure out what it is. They can't figure out how to treat it. You're fucked. You're fucked. So it's time to do something. It's time to consider making some moves because you need to revamp.
What move could you possibly make? Who are you moving? Who wants any of your players?
Go get Mike MF Trout.
And what, is he going to lead off for you?
I don't know where he's going to hit.
They need a leadoff hitter. When was the last time the Yankees had a leadoff hitter?
Goldschmidt, baby.
Goldschmidt's the leadoff
Paul
hitter.
Goldschmidt, baby.
He was 0 for his last 14.
Ben Rice. Like, these are guys that have been hitting leadoff. These guys are hitting leadoff for the New York Yankees. Known speedster, Paul Goldschmidt.
You call the Angels, and what are you offering them?
They're gonna want.
Let me call you back.
They're gonna want LaGrange. They're gonna want Schlittler. They're gonna want something of value.
Right.
They're not going to see Mike Trout as the 37-year-old, often injured, past his prime guy. I mean, he's younger than that, but you know what I mean. Like,
yeah.
They're not going to see him as how he's actually valued. They're going to see him at the name. Oh yeah, you could ask for the sun, the moon, the stars. You can have Spencer Jones, but you can have Anthony Volpe. You can have a bag of balls.
That's not going to get it.
You can have.
That's the whole thing. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, they're not going to be willing to part with any of their top prospects, who people should actually start questioning right now.
But that's the thing.
They're not going to want to give up any of their prize pitchers.
No,
right? Because it's going to cost you. If you want to Trout, if you want to see, to me, I think Tatis Jr. would be the way I'd go.
Okay, that's fine.
Or Salvatore Perez is another.
If I'm AJ Preller, you call me up and you say, I want Fernando Tatis, I want Cam Schlittler.
And that's okay.
So
I'm giving him up. I'm giving him up.
Oh.
I already gave you Michael King, so it's fine.
Damn.
Take him. Because I'll tell you right now, Tatis Jr. could play center field. He can play left field. He can play right field. He can lead off, and he doesn't strike out.
Tatis's position was shortstop when he came up. He could play shortstop for you.
If you want, he'll play wherever the fuck I want to play him.
You know what?
If you're taking Schlittler, you're fucking taking Volpe, and you're taking Spencer Jones too. Give me 2 prospects. I don't give a shit.
That would be very bold. But the Yankees do need to do something because you have a gaping hole behind the plate. You have a gaping hole at shortstop.
But when you say they need to do something, why? Why? They're in second place. The team ahead of them is only 3 games up on them. They lead the American League in plus run differential. What?
This is not about the Rays. If you have any sort of aspirations for the World Series, because that's what they want, right? They want to be
that's what they want, see, but all I have to do is make the playoffs. I just got to make the playoffs.
With this current roster, with that offense,
they'll make the playoffs.
They'll make the playoffs. They ain't going anywhere.
There's only 4 teams in the fucking American League that are over 500. I'm making the playoffs.
Like this team is fundamentally flawed. As presently constructed, there needs to be a major overhaul. Now, their competition is not Tampa Bay. In the playoffs, they could probably get through Tampa Bay. Their top competition is not Seattle. They could probably get through Seattle. Their competition is the LA MF Dodgers.
Okay, but that's in the World Series. So if I get to the World Series and I lose the World Series, okay, I got to the World. I was the best team in the American League. They consider that a success these days.
That's not the goal, though.
I understand that. But the new school considers that a success.
Well, the new school is stupid.
I agree with you. That's not the Yankee way.
No, that's the new school of Yankee.
That's the new school of Yankee.
Yeah, that's not it.
The new school of Yankee is I just got to make the playoffs. That's the new school of Yankee. I'm telling you. That's what they believe. And there's a lot of teams in Major League Baseball that believe that same shit. All we got to do is make the playoffs. We got to play good in August and September. That's all we got to do. And I guarantee with Stanton out, with Judge out, with Goldschmidt leading off, that's what they feel. I need Anthony Volpe to become a hitter by August. I need Spencer Jones to be able to play the outfield in September.
And actually,
I need Aaron Judge to be healthy in August. I need Mike Stanton to be ready in September. That's the way they feel.
It's right in front of them.
I need Fried and Rodon to be healthy in September. That's the way they think. I'm telling you. Because in their head, they're like, okay, if we get healthy in September, we'll get to the World Series. And then when we get to the World Series, we'll figure it out. We can steal a game here and there.
Right.
They're not wrong. They're wrong. They're wrong to think that they can't get to the World Series and steal 1 or 2 games.
With this team.
Yeah.
Sweep. They can't hit. They cannot hang with the Dodgers.
They struck out 17 times.
17 fucking times. They can't hit, dude.
Ohtani's going to strike out 21 players in a fucking game.
Ohtani's going to break Kerry Wood's record. Like, it's going to be like that movie, The Scout. 27 strikeouts. Like, there you go. Like, come on now. Like, the Tampa Bay Rays are very good at getting the cast-offs of other teams and then turning them back into something. Right? They're very good at finding that hidden 17-year-old in high A ball who nobody thinks of and turn them into...
that guy they had, Archer? Was his name Archer?
Chris Archer, yeah.
Chris Archer, right? Chris
Archer.
Archer.
Was a top prospect. He was a top prospect when they got him. But,
good. David Price?
You see this all the time.
David Price is a closer for them. Being a starter.
Number one
World Series with the Dodgers or the Red Sox?
I think he went to the Dodgers first and then the Red Sox. Oh, no, Red Sox, then Dodgers. Yeah. Or Tigers. He was on the Tigers, too. David Price got passed around a little bit. Yeah. But when you're looking at guys like Yandy Diaz, right? You have guys like Ben Zobrist, cast off from another organization. They got good production out of Mike Zunino. Like, they can do it. That's why a guy like Kodai Senga, who's the shit, they'll get him and he'll fucking turn it around. And he'll look like goddamn Sandy Koufax. Like, that's the thing that worries me about the Rays, is that whatever's in the sauce, whatever's in the secret sauce, it almost works all the time. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who it is.
They can win a short series.
They could.
They could beat a team in 3 games.
They could probably, they can definitely hang. But the aspirations for the Yankees, historically, and that's where the fans are, right? The fans are with history, right? They love to tout the number of championships they have, right? And, they love to, like, drive that home on people. Look at my rings. Look at my rings. Look at my rings. And the organization's moving the goalposts. The fans aren't. The fans aren't moving the goalposts. They want a championship. Like, they're going and expecting a championship. They're paying those prices expecting a championship. So, at some point, Steinbrenner and Cashman need to deliver on that. And they need to go all in. You got to go full Steinbrenner. You got to live up to your last name. And you got to go in, and you got to go in hard.
Hard. Gotta go in hard.
You got to go in wicked hard. Wicked hard.
Yeah, it's not in the cards, man. They're not doing that shit. Those days are over.
More Labs Morning Recovery is the #1 alcohol recovery supplement that helps you wake up clear-headed and refreshed. Clinically proven and trusted by thousands, with 20 million plus bottles sold and a 4.9 star rating, It works. Try it risk-free. Enjoy an exclusive 25% off discount on any product using our promo code DNZ at morelabs.com. That's 25% off using the promo code DNZ. morelabs.com.
But Vlad Guerrero Jr. seems to be getting a lot of All-Star game votes, despite having a down year with only, I believe he only has 5 home runs. It's crazy shit. We have 4 home runs, batting .263, 35 RBI. Ooh. Guerrero has come out and said he appreciates the votes, but he won't be playing in the All-Star game. He will use the time to rest and get healthier for the regular season. Are you okay with that?
So, that's fine. You better make sure you show. You come to the game, you tip your hat, you smile your little smile, you cash your check for being named to the All-Star team, and you move on. Right? Like, that's what bothers me. The fact that that's the fact. Like, you were named to the All-Star team because the entire nation of Canada voted for you, right? You can't compete with that. Like, the one thing the Dodgers can't compete with, the entire nation of Canada voting for someone. So, he's having a down year. You can't even dispute the fact that he's having a down year. 4 homers?
None at home.
That's horrible.
No home runs at home.
That's terrible.
It's crazy.
That's Fernando.
He doesn't strike out a lot, though, which is interesting.
No, he doesn't. He does. He's a disciplined
He hits
hitter.
the ball.
But, Ben Rice is having a better year. Ben Rice should be on the All-Star team. He is on the All-Star
team. Dave. MVP.
He's an All-Star. Going to compete in the Home Run Derby.
Brilliant.
But if you're looking at it,
and that's your pick, right? That's your pick for winning the Home Run Derby, right?
Ben, you heard it here first. Ben Rice is going to win the Home Run Derby.
Gee, would he be? Well, I can't remember last time a Yankee won the Home Run Derby. Judge didn't win the Derby, did he?
I think Judge might have won the Home Run Derby. But, yeah, I mean, you're looking back before Judge, probably Tino in Colorado. Oh. That might have been the case. I don't think A-Rod participated when he was a Yankee. So I think it might have been Judge. But I gotta say this, though. If they're looking for a replacement...
Aaron Judge, 2017.
Yeah, that seems to... That seems pretty accurate.
Tino Martinez won in 97. Jason Giambi won in 2002. Robinson Cano won in 2011.
Wow, Giambi in 2002. I forgot about that one.
He's one of only 4 Yankees to win.
Huh. Interesting.
Very interesting that none of those other guys ever won.
I mean, a lot of them, like, the Home Run Derby was not kind to Yankees. But when you're looking at Vlad, all the way around, it's just homers, ribbies, hits. He's played 86 games, so it's not like he's been hurt. Like, he's only, but when you're looking at
complaining about a back, he's day to day with a back most of the time. His back stiffens up on him.
Everybody's day to day with a back. Everybody is day to day with something. So, if you're looking at it head to head, Pete Alonso's got him beat. Ben Rice has him beat. I mean, you could probably Nick Kurtz of the A's definitely should be there. Like, you have plenty of players, more deserving than Vlad Guerrero. And kudos to Vlad Guerrero for bowing out, but you were voted. You should go and at least, acknowledge the fact that the fans thought highly enough of you to vote you in. So
yeah,
that's all.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you on this. This is because of Major League Baseball. They've made this into an exhibition. So it's an exhibition, and I'm paying for a ticket to see certain players play.
Yes.
And because of that, at the very least, you have to show up. I don't care if you play an inning. I don't care what you do, but you got to play. I'm sorry, man. Like, it's one day. You can pull an Aaron Judge or one of those other guys who played and then left. Maybe it was Ohtani who played and then he left, like, after he was done for the day. I don't care what you do, but you got to show up. Show up, sign autographs, take pictures, do the whole shebang. Because these people that are going to this, they paid for it. They paid a lot of money for it. And like you said, the whole country of Canada voted for him. He's the leader of his team. I consider him the best player on the Blue Jays, even though he's not playing like that right now. He is their guy. And you got to represent. You got to represent the country of Canada, and you got to represent your team. So I'm with you on that. Unfortunately, I'm sorry that you're hurt. I'm sorry that you're having a down year, but these are things that baseball players have to do. It's part of the deal. So go over there and shake hands and kiss babies, man. Just get over there and do what you got to do.
And if I paid you a little bit more, Jimmy, you think you'd be a little bit more interesting?
It certainly used money.
That's okay.
Yeah.
And you can end up just in the same situation as the pitchers who pitch on Sunday. I'm out. Like, that's it. You know, they get named to the All-Star team, and then they pitch on Sunday, and they show up. Like, they can't. They're not.
I don't think he can do that in this situation. I wouldn't be able to give him a pass on that. I'd like you to show up. Come to the home run derby. Sit around. You don't got to play. Use the hot tub before and after the game. I don't care. Just you got to show up. The people want you. And this is what this is. It's for the fans, right? Mm-hmm. It used to be a competition, remember? It used to be we're playing for something. There's stuff on the line here.
This time
that went away. They don't do that anymore. Now this is an exhibition game for fun. Cool. You were asked to be there by the fans. Get your ass there. That's it. Elevate your coffee routine with Strong Coffee Company's Black, Instant Blend, and Lattes. Both feature organic coffee, protein, MCTs, and adaptogens for sustained energy and mental clarity. You can use our discount, DANDZ, and you can use that code at strongcoffeecompany.com. Oh, now to the juicy part of the show. Jaylen Brown of the Boston Celtics was traded last week to the 76ers for Paul George and a few picks. Brown won the Finals MVP 3 years ago and received many regular season MVP votes this year for what he was able to do with the Boston Celtics while Jason Tatum was sidelined. Z, why would Boston trade away a former Finals MVP who is still in his 20s for Paul George, who's never won a playoff game? Well, he's won a playoff. He hasn't won a playoff series in quite a long time. What does Boston know that we don't know?
If you listen to Brad Stevens, he said that the makeup of the Eastern Conference is changing, and that's why they chose to move Jaylen Brown to Philly, which last time I checked, pardon me, it's been a while since I've looked at a map. Isn't Philly in the East?
It sure is.
It's in Pennsylvania, right? Last time I checked?
Time I checked, yeah.
Yeah, they didn't go and move it to the West Coast, right?
No.
The landscape of the Eastern Conference is changing, so we're going to trade Jaylen Brown for Paul George. But Paul George, I think that was salary relief for the Sixers. I don't think they really give a shit about having Paul George on this team. I think it'll be a matter of time before they kind of get rid of him. Kind of like, he'll get passed around kind of like Russell Westbrook, but he'll end up being more productive than Russell Westbrook was at the end of his career. It really was about the draft picks. And it was about getting guys like Pritchard some more playing time, if they truly believe in him and they think he's capable of filling the shoes of Jaylen Brown, then by all means you make this trade. But you're telling me that you couldn't do better. I have a hard time believing Mr. Stevens. I have a hard time believing when, I've been touting the Spurs, but you were touting the Warriors, you were touting the Heat. Like, there are lots of options. Right? There are 29 teams. And you chose the Sixers? You chose the package from the Sixers? I'm confused. That wasn't even the best package the Sixers probably could have put together. It's like, as soon as you get the answer you want, hang up.
Hang up.
It's impossible. It's impossible. It's unfathomable that Paul George was the linchpin here. Right? I mean, at least give me fucking Maxey. If I'm taking Jaylen Brown, if you're giving Jaylen Brown, I want Maxey. Like, come on. Like, I want a quality player. But, like, the team of the Paul George of the Paul George trade was probably better than the actual Paul George trade, because he got traded for Jaylen Brown, Shaquille Alexander, and the list goes on. Right? The team of guys that Paul George has been traded for is probably going to be better than the Boston Celtics will be this year. So the only thing I can think of is they want to get Pritchard some burn, and they wanted those first-round picks, because taking Paul George makes absolutely no goddamn sense.
Man, there's so many things to uncover here. First of all, I had this, right?
You did.
You did. Talking on the show for a long time. So, Z, there's a couple of things I want to say. First one is, he's with the Boston Celtics for 10 years.
Yes.
2 trips to the finals, 1 championship.
Yes.
What do we need you for?
You don't.
What do we need you for?
You don't.
That's the bottom line, and this was something that I talked about 5 years ago. It wasn't working. It wasn't working. And some people, we can even look at the 1 championship that he did win and kind of question his legitimacy. Okay? They both play the same fucking position. You got 2 guys on this team making $300 million a piece, and they don't win. Mm-hmm. They don't win, right? And I think that if they could have traded Tatum, they might have. But I think Tatum's the one that's hurt, right? Right. You would think that people would be a little hesitant to go for the guy that's coming off of an injury. That's why Brown was the more appealing player. The thing that I'm wondering,
had the rift with management that was going to make this untenable.
Wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Wouldn't you?
I would.
I would.
Yeah, I would.
I wouldn't have made it easy on them either.
No, I can't just
the thing that I'm pondering is, I agree with you that it was a shitty trade. But what was his value? What's his value, Z? Like, what's his value? Like, what could they have possibly gotten back for Jaylen Brown? Taking into consideration everything we know. 10 years in Boston with Tatum, 2 finals appearances, 1 championship, entering his 30s. What would you have given up? Like, if you were another team? I have a feeling that the 76ers were the only suitor, and this is what they were willing to give you. This was all you had other than cutting the guy. I don't think teams were coming foaming at the mouth for Jaylen Brown based on what the asking price was. Like, we talked about what Boston was looking for from the Nuggets. I was like, fuck no. We'll roll what we got. We talked about what the asking price probably was with the Spurs, and we're like, fuck no. We're just rolling what we got. And I just think that's what it really came down to. It came down to the 76ers with their new GM. We're just like, all right, I guess Paul George is terrible. You want Paul George? And
you couldn't
give you
get
2
Embiid?
draft picks?
You couldn't get
What?
Embiid?
No. Would you have given Embiid?
I would have given Paul George. I would have hung up the phone.
I would have given him Paul George. I would have given him Paul George. You wouldn't give up Paul George. Older Paul George?
At Stevens, you give me Paul George. You offer me Paul George, I'm hanging up the phone.
Oh.
Like, no, yeah. Paul George.
Oh, yeah, for sure, yeah.
Philly
no, I get that side of it.
Paul George is fucking bad.
Right. So that's what my question is. I don't know what Jaylen Brown's value is. And I agree with Brad Stevens in the sense of, like, I mean, he's not going to come out and say this, but we weren't winning. We're not going to win this year. He's very good. He's Batman, Robin, Batman 1A, whatever one. But we got two guys in this team making $300 million, and we don't fucking win. And the style of play that we're trying to get to, like I talked about, the 3-point shooting, he doesn't really play into that. So, yeah, I'm moving on. And it is a salary dump. It's totally a salary dump. And what, you think Jaylen Brown is going to get better? You think he's on the rise? I think the next 2 years will be optimum for him. I wouldn't be surprised if the 76ers are very good next year, actually, with him. Because Edgecombe, Maxey, Brown. Forget about Embiid. Don't give a fuck about that. They actually messed up letting go of Drummond. They should have brought Drummond back. They let Drummond go. That was a mistake. But those three guys, that's damn good. With Nick Nurse, I believe, is their coach.
Nick Nurse is their coach.
He knows what to do. I like it from the 76ers standpoint, but I truly believe that was the problem. On the Boston side, they felt like, we're not winning. These guys make too much money. We don't need both of them. One of them's got to go. We're getting rid of Brown. And on the 76ers side, it was like, you can have Paul George, I guess. And we got like we got some picks we'll give you. We'll throw you some picks. Does that work? Can we close the door on this? And that's really how I think it went down.
They could have gotten a lot more, but
I don't know. Like, I just don't. And then think about like what Nico Harris did with Dallas.
Oh, yeah.
With Luka, those things become public. It becomes harder to trade a guy sometimes. It doesn't become easier, especially for a player like Jaylen Brown and a player like Luka, who's got the money. Who has the money? Who's paying the salary? Who's the cap room, dude? Who could do it? He's not restructuring his fucking contract. No way. So now there's only 3 or 4 teams that actually could do this, and they're not willing to give me the players I want. So screw it.
And that's
trade him in division.
Trade him in division.
In conference. Trade him in conference. They had to. They were strapped. You telling me you couldn't call the Lakers and be like, yo, give you Jaylen Brown and Luka Doncic could play together. Lakers like, nah, man. What are we gonna give you? That's what it's like.
I mean, Jaylen Brown for Luka Doncic.
Think about this. Yeah. I think also, Z, the wheels came off the bus when the Giannis deal fell through. I think that's what happened. They were really trying to get Giannis for Brown, which is wild when you think about it, because Giannis is the older player. And when that fell apart, they're like, fuck it. It's just get him out of here. Trade him for pennies in the dollar. Let's just move on. That's really what I believe happened.
And, it's to move on from a 29. I mean, yes, he's 29, but he's still got 5 or 6 good years left.
Yes. Yeah. I think he has 3 more optimal years.
3 more elite level years.
Elite level with the right team, with the right situation, could make it to the NBA Finals type player. But yeah, it got ugly there. It's real fast.
It did.
Real fast.
Definitely.
Kind of like
you invoke
Godfather style.
Yeah, I mean, you invoked the Nico Harrison and Luka Doncic. That was ugly. That got ugly too. So, but they were able to at least get something back. Like, I don't know. I'd rather have Anthony Davis than Paul George. I feel like Anthony Davis, like, I don't know,
Paul George is pretty bad.
Yeah.
I got to see him live. He's pretty bad.
Yeah.
He's pretty bad.
Yeah.
Big Fork Brands brings bold bacon sausage, paleo pork jerky, and Chicago-style sauces to your table. Enjoy rich, smoky flavors made with sustainable ingredients and chef-crafted care. Enjoy an exclusive 20% discount with our promo code DNZ. Find them at bigforkbrands.com. That's 20% off using our promo code DNZ at bigforkbrands.com.
But sticking with basketball, LeBron James opted out of his contract last week, and his agent Rich Paul has created a board consisting of teams LeBron James could join this summer. So, Z, if you were Rich Paul, what would your board look like, and where would you advise the King to finish his career?
All right, so on that board, you had a reunion with Cleveland. You had the Knicks over in the lower right-hand corner, and apparently he would have considered it if the Knicks didn't win. Okay, sure.
Thanks, shithead.
Why not join the defending NBA champions? Whatever. Crazy. You had the Warriors, going over and joining up with Steph, Jimmy, and Draymond. You had over in the lower left corner was Wemby, possibly going to San Antonio. LeBron and Wemby would be interesting. I don't necessarily know how that would work, but
I think it would work amazing.
It would be very interesting.
He would be the 4 and Wemby would be the 5.
That could be potentially really good.
They don't have to give up any players. They literally keep everybody they have. He signs a minimum contract. Not like he needs money.
Right. And what do all these teams have in common? These are ready-made, star-laden teams that LeBron can just latch onto like a barnacle. At this point in time, he's a barnacle. That's what he's doing.
That's his style.
Yeah, he's been that way since the decision. Go back to Miami. Fuck it, why not? Him, Giannis, that would be very interesting. I think that could be...
Bam?
And Bam. Right? That could be very interesting. Right? But however, is this his last year? We're saying it's his last year, right? Is he saying it's his last year? The tugging on the heartstrings, the sentiment of...
He hasn't said it, but it certainly seems that way.
Yeah.
I mean, we're both the same age as this guy. Can you get out there and play anymore? Because I certainly can't.
Hell no. And he hasn't really been able to either. His body's been failing him too. Groin, hamstring. I think he's got a back. Like don't we all? But he can't do what he used to be able to do at 18. Like Shaq once famously said, 39 and 29, bro. It's true. It's 100% true. Who would be able to carry him? I think
Denver's there too.
Denver would be on there with Jokic and Murray. That would be very interesting.
Minnesota apparently is on there as well.
With Anthony Edwards, LaMelo Ball, and LeBron. That one is kind of, I don't know about that.
Rudy Gobert.
And the Stifle Tower. Yes, the Stifle Tower is there too. If we're going on the premise that this is his last year.
I mean, is Boston in play now?
Shit, I don't see how it couldn't be. Or is Philly in play?
Philly's in play.
Philly's in play.
Sure.
Yeah.
Philly's in play. Sure.
You have to look for the most ready-made situation. And Philly's up there, with Edgecombe and Maxey and Jaylen Brown, Joel Embiid. You put LeBron on there, all of a sudden that's pretty good. And you don't have to take Bronny because his contract with the Lakers is guaranteed. Right? So there's that. Does he go crazy and go with the fucking Thunder? Does he take a 1-year deal to mentor, get with the young pups? Ultimately, I think if this is his last year, the heartstrings and going out, potentially winning a championship for the Cavs, I think that might be something. that is too much for him to resist. I think LeBron likes to fancy himself an actor, right? We talk about stories and narratives, and what greater narrative than the Akron boy making good and retiring with his hometown team and delivering said hometown team a championship. Never mind the fact that Donovan Mitchell is there, and never mind that James Harden is there as well.
4 years, $237 or $245 million Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah, just got extended today. So, from a sentimental standpoint, from a storyline standpoint, that is probably going to be it. But if you're looking for turnkey, ready to go, best chance to win, I'm calling Oklahoma City and I'm calling Philly at this point. Because those teams are turnkey. I can go there and I can be like, I could be like Robert Parrish at the end of my career. Like, I can go like play that veteran mentor role and kind of take you over the hump. Like, I can be that if I'm LeBron at this point. Because we got enough studs, we got enough horses that you can carry me on the bad nights. Or you can carry me when I'm hurt. It doesn't have to be LeBron, Mo Williams, and Big Z. He doesn't have to be that LeBron. So I would watch those teams, but also Miami. But you can't really count them out either. So those would be my top four, with Cleveland being the lead dog.
Yeah, so I think the path to the championship is through the East, right? I don't think you really want to be fucking around in the West. So having said that, I see the same ending as you. I see it as, hey man, we can go back to Cleveland and we can deliver them a championship, and you can ride off into the sunset, and Akron's favorite son comes home. Mm-hmm. There's no bad ending to that story if you do that. Even if you go there and we crap out in the conference finals or we lose in the playoffs, you still went home, and it ends where it all started. Sure, we could go to Miami and have a great time in South Beach, but you're going to be playing with Riles. You're going to have to play hard, work hard. We don't know how healthy Giannis is. It's really just a front court of you, Giannis, and Bam. I don't know what they're going to put around you. It's going to be like those early Cleveland days, or, where it's just, you and Zydrunas Ilgauskas, really,
And Delon West.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, man, you can go to Philly, but we don't know about Embiid. So could you win with Edgecombe, Maxey, and Brown? Maybe. So that's why my advice would be to ride off into the sunset with the Cavs. I'd stay out of the West because it's just a roll of the dice. I don't know. The Thunder are damn good. I don't think a reunion in Oakland's going to be fun. It'll be fun in the beginning, but then Anthony Davis is going to get hurt, and it's just going to be you, Steph, and an injured Jimmy Butler. Doesn't sound like fun.
What about...
You could go to San Antonio, though, and that could be interesting, and you could usher in the new era of Wemby. That's the only other thing I could get on board with in the West.
What about a team like Houston?
Yeah, but what do they have?
Well, they're
Durant?
They're going to have Durant. They're going to have Van Vliet probably back. You'll have Thompson. You have some players. You have a good young core, plus the two veteran pieces in Van Vliet and Durant. It might be appealing.
Maybe they get Draymond Green.
It may be appealing. It all depends, because I think that LeBron would be a good fit for either Texas team, San Antonio or Houston. Draymond Green, it doesn't prohibit them from getting him either. It wouldn't prohibit the Spurs from getting both of them, because it would give them the veteran presence and would give them the toughness and that mindset needed to kind of close out games. So maybe if the Spurs want to be aggressive and they want to, exercise some demons, maybe that's what they do, but it really all depends on what the asking price is. I know he said he would play for a minimum, but I don't know. I don't know. We shall see. He also said he was going to consider the Knicks. LeBron says a lot of things. LeBron certainly says a lot of things. But, yeah, I think this is going to be a case of you can go home again, and they're going to go for one last ride in the lane.
Avoid messy accidents. Get better stopping power with your brake pads. Callahan brake pads. You never know when you'll be driving in the road and there will be a truck tire that you need to avoid and save your family. Callahan Auto. We really care about what's under your hood.
It's the In Route, where friends of the show get a special segment with us. Want to be part of the action? Want to be the newest member of the In Crowd? Well, you know what to do. Hit us up, faderoutemail@gmail.com, or slide in our DMs on IG at FadeRoutePodcast, or drop us a line on X at FadeRouteDNZ, and you could be next.
Joining us on the In Route today, we have a professor from Pace University, a resident Knicks, Mets, and Giants fan, and fresh off Taylor Swift and Kelsey's wedding, we have George Chacko. What's up, George?
Hey, how's it going, guys? Thanks for having me.
What's going on, George?
Long time no chat.
So how was the wedding? Were you a groomsman? I mean, how did it go?
No, I wasn't a groomsman. It was just, normal.
Just a good friend of the Swiftie there? Just a good friend of Taylor Swift? That's why you were there?
Very close friend of the Kelsey family, not the Swift family.
Kelsey's.
I didn't know who Swift was until Jason introduced me to her. I'm sorry, Travis introduced me to her.
Steve's like a wonderful girl. Well, we'll start you off with this. We know it was several weeks ago, but we have to ask you, how was your experience watching the New York Knicks win the championship? Who did you watch Game 5 with, and how did it feel to witness history?
It was so long ago. I'm gonna come in swinging on this one. That was so long ago. I mean, we're already talking about repeating. First team to repeat in last 8-9 years. Come on, man, that's in the past already. No, I'm just kidding. It was great. It was hard to believe. It was such a crazy run. It was unbelievable. One of the most exciting moments I've witnessed as a sports fan in general. Yes, I did have a watch party right here in my house for Game 3, which we ended up losing. And, as a absolutely superstitious sports fan that I am, and every sports fan should be, we decided not to host any more watch parties. So I watched with several Knicks fans via text message, but not at any particular watch party. But yes, it was an insane ride. It was super exciting. I'm still kind of like pinching myself from time to time, just like, oh my God, did that really happen? Like, that was crazy. That was insane. Just different level of basketball, and true 90s style Knicks basketball, if I may say so.
Yeah, I mean, they couldn't lose. It just seemed like everything was lined up for them to win it. Even when they were down, they found their way back in dramatic fashion, and it was history. Even though I'm not a big fan,
no lead was safe.
No lead was safe, and they were a problem. And they gave every team they faced a hard time, except for the Hawks. For some reason, the Hawks were able to win 2 games. Very strange. But that's basketball. That's basketball, Susan. So moving on, LeBron James has opted out of his contract with the Lakers, making him a free agent. LeBron James agent Rich Paul revealed on a podcast last week that he's created a board with all the teams LeBron James could play for next season. Paul also revealed that if the New York Knicks did not win the championship this year, there would be no board because LeBron would be going to the New York Knicks next season. How does a comment like that make you feel as a Knicks fan?
We've seen this movie before. This is, the decision part 2. Same storyline.
Part 4, really.
Yeah, decision part 4. But really, when I saw that, somebody sent me a clip and I was looking at it, and I'm like, are they really the Knicks won the championship? It was, like I mentioned, it was like one of the greatest sports runs that I've witnessed. I'm pretty sure in general. And now they're like, oh, if the Knicks hadn't won, LeBron would come there to be our. We don't need you to be our savior. We just won a championship. I don't want you here. You don't want to be here. You want to be around stars. Let's be honest. If AD goes to Golden State the next day, LeBron's going to sign that because I'm going to say it right now. I don't care. That's what LeBron's about, right? He's building those super teams. He's the one that started that super team concept. He's chasing a ring. Yes, absolutely. It's either Cleveland, Philadelphia, or
San Antonio,
Miami, or and if AD ends up in Golden State, I'm saying that's where that domino lands. So, no, thank you. We don't want you, LeBron.
It just seemed like such a cheap shot for a guy of his stature to say something. Why even say it? Even if it's true, why say it? Just let it die.
Yeah.
Just let it die. It's not. It never was going to happen.
It's not true. You know, he's just starting a pot.
Yeah, it just seems such like a unprofessional. Just no need for a comment like that. Like, we don't care. It doesn't.
No.
We didn't need you, and clearly you didn't need us. So whatever.
Yeah. This team, this Knicks team, has such great chemistry. It's just no. We don't need any big names. We just need a couple of fillers. I think Drummond was a great pickup.
Yes.
Hindsight after we lost Mitch, obviously.
Yeah. He can hit the three.
He's Mitch with the better free throw percentage, right?
He can shoot threes. But I would argue that he's a better rebounder. He's a bigger body. A lot better.
Sure. And get a couple more veteran minimums, and we're good. We're good to run it back.
Defend the title. Speaking of teams with good chemistry, your other team, the New York Mets, who are currently in last place in the National League East. George, how do you do it? How do you emotionally separate being hopeful from being realistic with this team every year?
When you say last place in the National League East, no, actually, it's been great. The Knicks have been fantastic. We went into the World Cup. Giants training camp starts, so it's off here for baseball. It's not real baseball. We'll talk about baseball next year when it matters.
Is it a fair trade-off? Or is it a fair trade-off to watch the Knicks win and watch the Mets just be terrible? Is that fair?
Is it a fair trade-off? It's a trade-off. I'll take it. I'll take it. We've had some success as Met fans in the recent past. We've had no success as Knicks fans in a awful long time. So yeah, I will take the trade-off for 1 year. But no, it's really tough to watch this team. I've been to the stadium once this year. Sorry, Uncle Steve.
He doesn't care. He's got his casino. He's fine.
Yeah,
he's fine.
It shows. It shows.
Yeah.
It shows.
Oh, it definitely shows. So the Mets fired Carlos Mendoza about 2 weeks ago. David Peterson got shipped off to the Cubs. And yeah, he's been a real difference maker on the north side. So who's next? To quote the great Bill Goldberg, who's next? Who's gone?
Who's gone next? Obviously, Soto's not going anywhere. Nobody wants Lindor at this point. Bichette, God, can he play for a contender? Yes. Is anyone going to take that bloated contract, especially with that player option? Probably not. Our Uncle Steve can probably swallow that pill, given the upcoming casinos. So maybe that's a route to go. But get rid of some of these bullpen arms. Luke Weaver is having a great last 25 games. Ship him off for some good prospects. Obviously, Devin Williams, get a bag of balls for him if you can.
Sandwich.
It's really like was Carlos Mendoza a scapegoat? Probably, but was it the right decision? Yes. I don't think he was good for that clubhouse. I don't, but show me you did that right step, but what's the next step? Don't wait for November, December. I know things take time, but show me progress. Alex Cora's name's out there. Carlos Beltran has always been a fan favorite in a long time. Albert Pujols, not saying I want Pujols, but he mentioned that he'd be very interested in the Met managerial job. So, give us a little more than these people just saying that they want to be the next manager. But I love what the kids are doing. I love what Ewing is doing. I love what Benj is doing. Show me what the rest of the kids can do. Ship Bichette off and play Mauricio third base every day. See if he can play. Get rid of Vientos for a pancake and bring up Ryan Clifford. See what he does at first base. I think that's what the rest of this year should be like. You have this quote unquote above average farm system. Let's see what we have.
Well, would Pete have made a difference?
What's that?
Would Pete have made a difference?
I'm very biased in my opinion on that. I think Pete with his 19 home runs and 60-something RBIs would have absolutely made a difference because I think Soto does now, but I don't think anyone on the Mets has more than 20 home runs at all.
No.
And I think Petey's on 21 at this point, if I'm not mistaken.
He's also fourth in the American League in RBIs.
Yeah, neither one of which we have any of. So, yes, I do think he would have made a difference. And, oh, by the way, he plays every single game.
Yeah. Suck on that, Stearns. There you go.
Oh, you want to suck on something else, Stearns? Your defensive metrics, while we're talking about it, Mark Vientos can't field a ball that's dribbling up first base. Petey was a pretty darn good glove, wasn't he, at this point? Yeah. Let's be honest. Yes, I miss Pete. The Mets miss Pete.
But don't worry, Jorge Polanco just got activated from the IL today.
Yeah.
The great first baseman, Jorge Polanco.
Yeah. Let's call that Jason Bay Part 2.
Well, I've never ever played first.
It's easy. Tell him why.
It's incredibly hard.
Defensive metrics, my friends. Defensive metrics.
Bichette at third base, Beatty.
I know.
You're well documented in that. Give me Nimmo. Give me, Nimmo for Simeon. Yeah, great idea.
Oh, good Lord. Don't even get me down that road.
Yeah. So it's a masterclass in how to screw up a team.
Yeah.
Well done, David Stearns.
Yeah. But, Simeon, that's another guy. Get him off the team too. Get a single A player.
I think he really hurt himself. I don't think he's gonna be back.
He's gonna be out for a while. So
Soto was hurt for a while. Lindor was out for a while. Simeon's out. You know who's not out? Let me remind you guys. Pete Alonso.
Guy's getting hurt playing baseball.
Yeah.
We got to wash the taste of the Mets out of our mouths, but let's move on to the World Cup.
Yes, let's do that.
That's been a relatively pleasant event outside of last night, but the World Cup has been phenomenally entertaining so far. We saw Germany get beat by Paraguay. We saw Brazil get beat by Norway. Today, you just had Argentina with some controversy come back against Egypt. So what has been the most exciting game? And let's not forget that Argentina-Cape Verde match. That was a heavyweight game. So what has been the most exciting game you've seen so far?
Besides all the controversies, I want to start by giving a shout out to Cape Verde. I honestly didn't even know where they were on the map, to be honest with you, up until this World Cup. But kudos, man. They tied Spain in the group stage. They made Argentina sweat. Let's be honest. Argentina almost lost that match. It was intense, that game. But to me, And I'm not going to count today's game against Egypt because I agree it was very controversial, extremely controversial, actually. But still doesn't take away from the fact that they let up 3 goals in about 12 minutes. But the most exciting game to date for me was the Mexico-England game.
Yes.
It was, oh my God, it was everything. It was TNT, drama. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it was start to finish. The stadium was alive. The fans were into it. I mean, everything you would want from a World Cup match that match felt like a World Cup final match. It was intense. It was stylish. It was, oh my God, it was fantastic. Offensive, defensive, keeping, all of it. It was fantastic.
What England had to overcome to win that game. And they had the altitude.
Yep.
That team had only lost 2 games in that stadium ever.
Yep.
Just unbelievable how they were able to win that game.
Hour and a half rain delay. I mean, or thunder delay, whatever you want to call it.
And the crowd, apparently, the crowd outside of England's hotel room sang songs all night long so that the England team couldn't sleep that night. Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
For you, though. I mean, football, as the rest of the world calls it. I mean, it is a once in 4 year lifetime event I genuinely believe there is no other sport like it. There are no other fans like it. And it is truly one of the most amazing things to see, people play for their countries and just pure pride and love for their country and their fellow countrymen. Like, it's amazing to see.
And they play hard. They play
So
hard.
Yeah,
They
absolutely.
play hard to give it all they got.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter, what the odds are. Doesn't matter what the score is. They give it all they got.
Yeah.
Gotta hand
And
it
you
to
could
that.
be, and here's the thing with the World Cup is you could be, I'm not going to name names and pick sides, but you could be an alpha. You could be a Cristiano Ronaldo. You could be a Neymar or a Vinny Jr. and just get eliminated by a team that's just playing with heart. You know what I mean? Like, there is no, like, you have to come with your A game and play every minute, all 90 minutes, and sometimes more. And it comes down to penalty kicks, which is, I never want to be in that position. I have been in that position. I don't ever want to be in that position again.
It's actually crazy. I heard that players can turn down kicking.
Enough
Yes.
about Germany. Enough about Germany.
That's crazy. I didn't know you could do that.
What the fuck are you doing?
I can't believe you could turn it down. And how does that look? Like, if you're one of the guys at the bench, you're like, he's turning it down. I got to kick now.
Come on,
no.
dancing around it. We're talking about Germany here. Jesus. They're not a world power anymore. They're not a world football power anymore. You can't consider them a world football power.
No, they weren't considered a favorite in this tournament. I mean, it's changed. The landscape of Italy hasn't made 2 World Cups in a row now. Like, you know what I mean? Like, Cape Verde showed that they can really make some noise. Egypt almost took down a giant today. It's really beautiful and amazing to watch.
So from beautiful and amazing, let's talk about the USMNT last night. So the United States men were eliminated last night by Belgium, who once again showed that the U.S. is merely a mid-major when it comes to football. Will the U.S. ever be able to beat a European contender at that stage of the game?
That's a tough one. The U.S. are 0-11-2 in the last 13 matchups against European competition. 0-11-2.
Yeah.
But, like I just said a few moments ago, soccer isn't anything can happen. It's not about one player. It's not one alpha, right? It's 11 people on the pitch plus your bench. You need players. And I think this is where US really needs to work. And I think it will happen over time. But when you play a grueling 90 minutes, okay? And it's not like any other sport because you're not calling time. I know this World Cup has the hydration, but don't get me started on that nonsense. But it's a grueling 90 minutes. So when you are playing that, when you're in the 80th minute or 85th minute and you have a sub come in, that sub needs to be just as good as the person going out. They have to have the talent, the speed, the skill, the stamina to be the advantage from there on out. It can't just be it can't be Mohamed Diawara or a Ariel Hokordi coming up because Mitch Robinson can't shoot free throws. It has to be a difference maker on the pitch when they are on the pitch. And by the way, once your player comes out, he can't go back in. So this player has to be that good. So in my opinion, there are two things for the US to get better. One, it has to be a full team effort. So it can't just be 11 people that start. It has to be the bench. Whoever's coming off the bench has to have that ability and skill to carry the game, which I think the US did lack this World Cup and World Cups past. And I think soccer is a big mental game. It's a big mental sport. So the reason I started off this part by saying we are 11-2 in the last 13 matchups against European competition is that is a hurdle that they will have to overcome. And beyond that, I think I looked this up just moments before I came on. I think, don't quote me on this, I literally just looked it up on Google, so it could be an AI mistake, but the last 25 outings against European competition, they've won only 3 games, one of which was Bosnia recently, and one before that was back in 1950. So, it's troubling. And that mental block is something that they need to get overcome, right? It is European. The rest of the world is more advanced than the U.S. at soccer. It's true. It's fair to admit that. But with the expansion of the World Cup to 48 teams and the CONCACAF being as easy as it is, U.S. is obviously going to qualify next World Cup as well. I think that's a given, right? It's what you do from there. It's continuity from this year. I think the coach needs to be re-upped. You can't, every time you lose, you can't have a new coach. I think this coach is good. I think he needs to continue developing this crew. I think the fading stars, the older stars, need to take a step back. And we just really have to develop from within. They need to play more together. They need to spend more time playing together, understanding each other's techniques, tactics, ticks, if you will. But I don't think it's impossible. I think we might be surprised in 2030 with how far. I'm not going to say as far as winning the World Cup, but I think you'll be surprised with some work and some continuity how far the U.S. makes it in the next World Cup.
I mean, suffice it to say, this golden generation is a bust. Like, can we say
Yes.
can we call them the Pyrite generation at this point? Can we call them the Fool's Gold generation?
Fool's Gold, yes. Let's go with that. It's an okay team. They didn't. If you look at their competition, they didn't really beat any of the major teams leading up to it. And this was their first real tough competition, in my opinion. And Belgium took them down. Not only took them down, they really lay a beat down.
They got throttled by Belgium like 2 months ago in a friendly,
5-2.
didn't they?
Yep.
5-2. They got thumped.
Yeah. Again, it's the whole mental aspect of these games that they have to overcome, that Europeans are superior. You just have to get over that hump, and we have to build a team that is built to play 90 minutes without hydration breaks. And, anyone coming off the bench is a player that will make a difference on the pitch when they're on the pitch.
Yeah. And, you look at Pepe, he was nothing last night. Haji Wright was just standing there waiting to get in. They wouldn't let him in. Like, what are we doing here? Like, what? That was nothing. It was toothless. And Gio Reyna, okay, like, I'm still waiting for the promise that is Gio Reyna.
Right.
Like, great,
I mean,
you play. Well, you're on a team in the Bundesliga.
Right.
You don't play. Right. Matt Turner barely played when he was in the Prens. Right.
Listen,
You had Haji
if you
Wright
look at
from Coventry, like, that's the second division. Like,
even if you look at the alpha teams, like Brazil, who had Neymar come off the bench, I don't think he should have been on the pitch. I don't think he should have made the team. I think there were better players available to Brazil. It's really the subs make a big difference, because when you are playing in conditions like as they are right now, again, let's just go back and say kudos to England for fighting all those elements, but you need somebody to come off the bench and be a difference maker. And the US, I don't think they have that. And I'm not entirely sure the starting 11 really is has one alpha or even a supporting character that can make a difference in the game.
Well, you are definitely not a supporting character. You are definitely an alpha for us, George Chacko, professor at Pace University. Thank you so much for coming on. And if you want to be a member of the in crowd, hit us up, faderoutemail@gmail.com, slide in our DMs on IG at Fade Route Podcast, drop us a line on X at Fade Route DNZ, and you can join us on the in route. George Chacko, thank you for joining us. And if you have anything to plug, now's the time. Plug away.
Thanks, folks. Thank you for having me. Love being on the show. You guys are awesome. I don't have anything to plug right now. I'm not doing it. I'm taking a quiet, taking a peaceful summer, taking a break.
Man, the non-profit's not going on anymore.
No, it is. You're right. So there's that. I'm sorry, I forgot. See, when I take a break, it's like everything is off my mind now. Next level learning. So if you have any aspirations to be in the tech field and you're a young up-and-coming tech star, reach out to me, gchacko at pace.edu, and let's talk. We'll get you mentors, we'll get you support, whatever you need to get your foot settled in the tech industry. Thank you for reminding me about that.
Boom.
Step outside of your safe area and make a statement without saying much with FCK Clout Lifestyle Apparel. Embrace the colorful chaos and stay emotionally regulated in their graphic tees, hoodies, snapbacks, accessories, and more. Go to fckclout.com today and check out current season and past season merchandise for men and women. Get it while you can. That's fckclout.com. Check them out today. fckclout.com. Who's the best of the worst this week in sports? The Fade Store presents the Alleged Superstar of the Week Award.
All right, boys and girls, you know what time it is. It's time for the Alleged Superstar of the Week. You know how it goes. We put up a poll on our Instagram account at Fade Route Podcast, and you vote. And you vote, and you vote, and you vote. And the winner of that vote gets a shout out on this year's show. He takes home the coveted ass trophy. And you know who took home the coveted ass trophy last week, D?
I don't.
That would be the Uruguay national team. Yeah. You went out on a very, very sour note. Shoving the ref, red card, stay classy. But that was last week. This is this week. Who are your nominees for Alleged Superstar of the Week, D?
All right, my first up is he was a guard for the Sacramento Kings, DeMar DeRozan. DeMar DeRozan was waived today, and his services will no longer be needed in Sacramento. DeMar DeRozan, you are my Alleged Superstar of the Week. Number 2, I've got the United States men's national team lost 4-1 to Belgium. Couldn't complete passes. Did not look like a team. Were not cohesive. And just was thrashed by a superior team in the knockout round of the Men's World Cup. U.S. men's national team, you are my Alleged Superstar of the Week. And last but not least, it's Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard is going back to Toronto, where apparently years ago he demanded off-field funds, no show job funds, or he wouldn't sign there. So he signed with the Clippers, went there, and now he's gotten busted for what seems like a no-show job payment of over $28 million. He's fired his agent, who was his uncle, and hired a real agent now. And now he's going back to Toronto, where he should have played many, many years ago. Kawhi Leonard, you are scandalous. Kawhi Leonard, you are my alleged superstar of the week. What do you got, Z?
You can't go wrong with those.
The Kawhi Leonard story gets crazier and crazier every day. And the fact that nobody's talking about this, and the NBA is trying to pretend like this didn't happen and letting him go back to Toronto and making that like, oh, well, it's all good now.
Yeah.
No, man. Nah, man.
No.
That's some horse shit. They've got the paper trail. They've got the cash checks. They've got it all. Pablo Torre, great job with the story.
Dead to rights. But they're not going to do anything about it because the NBA's got this.
They're not going to do anything about it because they know other fucking teams do it.
Yeah. So, that's a problem.
Circumventing the salary cap, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
It is not. It's an unfair game.
It is an unfair game. And that's, unfortunately, the only way to do it, or the only way to...
If you're a small market team, yeah. But
the only way to level the playing field is to abolish certain aspects of things. You just have, like, eliminate bird rights. You just keep it as simple as possible, right? Not like MLBPA, for example, who want to make you a free agent after 5 years. Right? That's just 5-year contracts. We cap you at 5 years. So no,
fuck off.
No Bryce Harper contract, no Shohei Ohtani contract, no A-Rod contract, no Pujols.
Take this and shove it up your ass.
Yeah. So, I mean, maybe that's better for the competitive balance.
No, it's not.
Maybe it would be.
It's going to make it even harder.
So, I think that they should also get rid of the opt-outs. That would be, they're already working on the deferred money part. So, honor your commitment. Don't be a chicken shit. If you're going to be a chicken shit, sign a 1-year contract. That's it. If you don't want to commit, don't commit. Take a 1-year contract. I'm going to start with the Boston Celtics. Trading Jaylen Brown, who won a Finals MVP, who won a ring, who carried your team when Jason Tatum was hurt, for the bag of balls that is Paul George. At this point, podcast playoff P. Podcast playoff P. 2 first-round picks and for 2 second-round picks. I'm going to go with I'm going to say that that's a pretty stupid move. When the team that was traded for Paul George is probably better than the team that Paul George was traded to. So, Paul George has been traded for in his career. You ready for this? Your starting 5 would be SGA, Victor Oladipo, Jaylen Brown, Jalen Williams, Domantas Sabonis, and your 6th man would be Danilo Gallinari. That's pretty fucking good, actually. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. So, I don't know. I don't believe in trading in division. That's pretty damn stupid. And the landscape of the league is changing if you believe what Brad Stevens is telling you. If you buy what Brad Stevens is selling. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think so, Chief. Boston Celtics, you are my alleged superstar of the week. Number 2, the Portuguese national team going out 1-0 to Spain, which in itself isn't an issue. It's the way you went out. Mikel Merino comes in and scores, and then your attack was so conservative, Sean Hannity was blushing. We're just dancing around the box, not willing to take a shot, not willing to send it in, not willing to cross. Just tiki-taka, around and around and around we go. Where we stop, nobody knows. And you lose 1-0 because you didn't even attempt a quality shot. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take, as Wayne Gretzky once said, and y'all ain't take any. You were losing. You were losing. Shoot the goddamn ball. And Cristiano Ronaldo appeared to be getting pissed off at his teammates. Meanwhile, in the previous match, Ronaldo got subbed off for Gonzalo Ramos, and wouldn't you know, Gonzalo Ramos scored. Oops. My bad. My bad. Portuguese national team, you are my alleged superstar of the week. And number 3, Brandon Ayuk. What the hell is going on with Brandon Ayuk? Can somebody explain to me what is going on with Brandon Ayuk? He quit on the 49ers after getting his money. He wants out. He's apparently identified the Commanders as the team he wants to play with. Did the Commanders know that? I mean, he scrubbed all of references from the Niners from his social media. I believe he put up some Commanders-related hashtags and things like that. And, you know, he's kind of screwing around with Jaden Daniels, you know, like already treating him as if he was his teammate, talking about we and go Commanders and all. Dude, what are you talking about? You are still a contracted employee of the San Francisco 49ers. My man. I don't know what the hell you're doing. Are you trying to get Keyshawn? Is that the plan? Because I'm unclear. Because it doesn't look like the commies are coming calling. I just don't see that. But it's entertaining. Give you that much. Brandon Ayuk, you are my alleged superstar of the week. I think we said our piece. Go to our Instagram poll at Fade Route Podcast and vote. And vote, and vote, and vote. And for our nominees.
You're better than that. Just do better. Just do better.
This has been the Fade Route with D&Z. Thanks for tuning in tonight. Catch our podcast on Wednesday nights on Spotify, iTunes, iHeartRadio, or wherever you listen to your podcast. So until next time, stay fade, everyone.
Time for us to run the go route. We'll talk to you next week. Thanks for listening to this episode of our podcast. If you liked what you heard and you want to hear more, be sure to like and subscribe on your favorite podcast platform. Leave us a review, rate us 5 stars, turn on subscription notifications, and share on social media. Tell your friends and spread the word.